Reverend Mary, how did you first learn about sensible money?
Well, I was actively looking for someone new, and I worked for a company that offered a service where, as one of my benefits, I could get referrals for advisors that had been screened already. And so Herb and I went through the process of interviewing the advisors. And it was pretty clear early on that we could eliminate two of the three, and Dana was the one that we selected after interviewing all of them. We had had a couple of interesting experiences. This wasn't our first financial advisor. I think it was my third. I think it was your third.
Correct.
And we were just not happy with the client, client treatment, I guess I would say, or the client information that we got from other clients or from other advisors. We had gotten referrals from friends and family for those people, and I guess what I've come to learn is that everybody has clients that will be willing to refer you to them. But there's a lot more to it than just someone else telling you that they've had a good experience.
What was it about Dana that sort of made you realize to choose her?
Well, I think for myself, I'm a very analytical person. And to me, it was important to have to be able to see like a written plan, to kind of see what her proposals were, and to see projections for where we would be upon retirement, because I wasn't retired at the time, Herb was retired. And I think it was just kind of a matter of, I'm a low risk tolerant person. And so to me, having documentation that I could refer to was really important. And that seemed to be something that she was willing and able to do, where other people was just, well, trust us, we'll get you there with nothing, or, with promises, with no delivery.
So maybe elaborate more on your experience with working with Dana and then maybe the Sensible Money team over these years.
For me, I think that with Dana I call her a straight shooter. She is not afraid to give you bad news. I mean, she will tell you the way it is. And so we are not, or for me personally, I'm not a client who, if you have to give me bad news, I want the bad news. So that is what I appreciate. I think that what Dana has done over time has incorporated more services in terms of what she provides. And for us, it covers, the whole package that we're looking for in terms of what doing more taxes. We consulted her in terms of when I was looking for an insurance policy, we were looking for health, like a long-term health care. So I think for me, she's providing services that we're looking for, and it for us is kind of a referral point. So that's very important.
I'm a very cautious person, and I'm always thinking I'm going to outlive my money, and how do I feel about that? But whenever we go to see her, I leave the meeting feeling like I can go and celebrate because I'm doing the right things that I need to do, and it's proving out over the course of the years that we're making good decisions. And so I think it just is the idea that we sometimes go back and look at some of the material she gave to us like 10 years ago, and it's like, well, how accurate was she? I mean, based on where we thought we'd be, are we there? Are we not there? And there's no real ability to accurately forecast, but really we're on target. Just we're kind of like better than where we thought we would be. And so, the idea that we kind of had a plan and we had projections, and every year we go through the projections, that's really important to us to kind of see, are we on track and do we need to cut back or do we get to spend more? We had this experience with a previous financial advisor who, when the markets tanked, you could not reach anybody to talk about, just sometimes you don't, they can't solve your problem, but you just want reassurance about staying the long haul course. And, they'd avoid talking to you because they know everybody's unhappy at the time. And Dana has never done that. She reaches out before we get to the point of having panic attacks. And, when news goes bad, she's always got emails sending, reassuring about, look, we do a long-term plan. What happens day by day, you shouldn't be so concerned about as long as we're on track. The long-term, stick the course. And so it is reassuring, and sometimes you need that reassurance when there's really bad days in the market. But she never avoids taking our calls.
Has Sensible Money met or exceeded your expectations?
I would say that they've exceeded our expectations, and the fact that, as I said before, where they offer they do a gamut of services, really. We don't feel from the financial when we have to make financial decisions, whether it's, some, like we want to buy an automobile, we want to do a remodeling job, we're thinking about moving to, let's say, assisted living, can we afford to do something? We feel that they've surpassed our expectations, and the entire office staff has been superb.
It's really given us referrals for a lot of different things for rounding out all the needs that we have as we age and need to be kind of aware of the services and things we ought to be doing to prepare ourselves and each other and our families for what comes, what happens in life.
Here's the toughest question. How would you sum up your experience with working with Sensible Money and Dana in just one word?
Well, for me, I would use the word superb again. That's the experience. Through the, as Mary said, we've learned over time, but I think in the very beginning we got more anxious as things were happening in the market. And it's always good to call and have somebody answer the phone and reassure you, if you will, and have you stay the course.
And I'd say successful, because I feel like we've been successful in all the ways that we've asked for her involvement. Everything has turned out very positively, and we feel appreciative of all she and her staff do, and we hope they feel the same about us.